The Mushroom Kingdom returns.
Bob Hoskins not included.
Trash Pandemonium.
Shinobi versus Fruit Ninja.
All that and more.
Cody actually punched Mike Tyson.
Where's Mac when you need him? This game's winner is Little Fap. Looks like he won again. All over the floor.
All over the floor. Look at the mess.
All over the floor.
Look at the mess he's made inside the ring and in his pants.
That's a Big Mac.
The Big Mac, Little Map.
Big Map. No.
No, fuck no.
Big Mac, Little Fap.
That's right. We're not even a minute in this episode.
How does he even do anything with those boxing gloves on?
Maybe that's like the... You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that is the key to it. It's just like...
Is it like really dry in there?
I don't know. It's pretty sweaty. You have to think about it. It's pretty fucking sweaty.
Punching a bunch of guys in the face.
Punching, like, all the motherfuckers.
Especially Mike.
Right in the fucking face. Hi.
Welcome
to episode 39 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I am Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okami.
How the fuck are you?
Not as good as Mac.
Exactly. We all wish we were just a little bit like Little Mac.
We're dreaming of a white Christmas.
So is he. So is Mike Tyson.
You don't have to dream no more.
Mike Tyson's knocked out dreaming La La Land again.
He's got a little Mac on him.
Little Mac.
A little Mac on him.
Little Mike. Stop it. Get some help. Up off the floor.
Yeah.
So, all right. Today, guys, you've seen some of them. I'm sure a lot of you probably checked every one of them out because there's a lot of them out. Today, we are going to be talking about video game to movie adaptations. Some that have come out in the last 2.5 decades, some that are currently happening, and some that have been announced for the future.
All that and more.
Yeah! So, I just would love
Cutting right to it.
Cutting right to it. Do you guys mind hearing a fucking lawnmower?
What perfect timing.
It's perfect. Look, okay, that brings up the first topic. Lawnmower the video game. I fucking love that video game so much.
That we have live graphics right in front of us. Listen to that crisp sound.
It's just tearing ass around the yard.
I'm immersed in the atmosphere
I
already.
know, guys. Just okay.
Also on VR.
Just no shit. Hey, guys, have you ever wanted to hear a Super Media Bros ASMR?
Well, here you go.
This is us mowing the lawn.
Because we're not actually in the studio. Oh, no.
No.
We're cutting Richie's lawn right now.
That's right. My grass needs to be fucking mowed. There are weeds everywhere. There are fucking...
Look, there's a stick.
Just listen.
There's a stick.
Ooh.
There's a stick.
That's a stick.
That was a stick.
That's a stick.
Uh-oh.
That was a big fucking pile.
Put your VR goggles on now.
And put your headphones on to listen.
Smell that grass.
Smell-o-vision.
As it sprays everywhere. Press A to turn the blades on.
And when you're done and you want to clean the driveway off, press B to blow.
Steer with the control stick.
D-pad optional.
Use the right stick to look.
Is there any debris in the yard that needs to be picked up before you mow it over? Press R2 to grab. Press L2 to release. You have now completed your mission. Continue mowing the lawn.
The tutorial is done. Would you like to play the rest of the game? It's $9.99 an hour. Because that is a lot of grass to cut.
That is a lot
in
of
an hour.
It is a lot of grass.
Live grass.
Live grass. Guys, make
It's
sure
not fake grass. It's live.
make sure that you have your Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus accounts ready to go. Gold members only.
Green members, you mean?
Green members only jacket. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
We're just gonna jack it off
Take off your pants.
and jack it.
That's right. I swear to God, as long as this keeps going, I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't even care.
He's rolling too.
He's rolling right along.
Right over the grass.
Some folks call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade. Do you think when he goes outside to mow the lawn, he looks at it and he's like, "Your ass is grass."
I wonder if he actually listens to us at the window and go, perfect time to do it now.
I'm gonna give this lawn a mow job.
Do it.
Do it. DEW. What are you waiting for?
The grass to grow.
The grass is shorter on the other side of this fucking table.
And not as green.
No.
It's actually like a shit brown.
There's a lot of dead grass out there. Guys, I applaud you for still hanging in there 6 minutes in of us listening to us talk about fucking Lawnmower the game.
Make sure you read your instructional booklet so you don't get seizures from the blades of grass flying everywhere.
That's right. I mean, because you can see, it's in such high definition that you can see literally every blade fly at your face.
You'll be green with envy.
It's like how Fruit Ninja does when the fruit just flies up into your face. Except you have lawnmower blades and the grass is coming at you and you're just like, just fucking...
You pop a wheelie and you just like let the blades open up in front of it.
It would be just like the movie Brain Dead / Dead Alive, where he just takes the lawnmower and he's just like mowing fuckers down with it. The ass end of it, just mowing them the fuck down.
It's like,
is the game over?
oh. But that wasn't even an hour. I wasted $10 for this shit.
Guys, that was probably the shortest demo I've ever played in my life.
Not even an E3. That's probably why.
This is bullshit.
I want my money back, EA.
You know what though? That probably would have been an EA video game.
Lawn mowing simulator.
Lawnmower Simulator.
Called Lawn and Order.
That's right.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, here it comes. So somebody must have re-upped the account.
The power was off. Oh, okay.
I got it. They had to reset it.
They had to jiggle the cord. Why is my controller sticking?
Oh, well, you fucked it up again.
God damn it.
Just went away.
Pull the controller out of the port, that's why. It's on pause.
Son of a bitch.
Hold on. And it still ain't coming on. Oh well.
You think it's a lost cause?
Yeah.
I guess we just move on.
You just gotta weed it out.
I'm sorry you wasted your money.
My debit card's never gonna be the same again.
Watch you just get like a bunch of fraudulent charges. And it's just nothing but power equipment, like power tools and
Not
fucking lawn
99
equipment.
cents for like 10,000 different random charges. It's all pending. Yeah. We know.
That's how they get you.
Fraud!
Lawn fraud. That's how they get you. Lawn and Order. Tonight, in the Garden District. All right, let's move the fuck on. Any fucking way. Yes, we are talking about video game to film adaptations.
Yes.
Yeah, of yesteryear. Yeah, tasty. Of the last couple decades, some new shit and some current shit.
New shit on the block.
Let's talk about some new stuff that'll be coming out.
Well,
I mean, things that have been announced, not necessarily things that we agree with or disagree with, but just some things, and then I guess we can move on to some shit that we actually want to see happen.
I'm still kind of confused as to how they're going to do a Centipede and a Missile Command adaptation from the Atari era. I mean, Missile Command, I can kind of see basically how they did Battleship. Just throw freaking missiles in the air. Ooh. Movie adaptation right there. That's some good quality for it. But Centipede, I'm like, how would they turn that into a movie?
The human centipede.
There's only there's more than one way to eat a Reese's.
Chocolate.
Yummy. But no, like, how are you going to make it to where you're just shooting this alien centipede? Like, is it going to be that large to where literally nothing can kill it? Oh, except this gamer who comes out of nowhere is like, I can do it.
Oh, I can do it.
Kind of like on a Futurama where Fry had to do the Space Invaders. They're like, is there nobody out there can kill him? It's like, oh, I put in so many hours into this game. Let me try. And he just literally kills all the invaders except for one. And it's like, you almost got him. I never got the last one. My brother did. Yeah. Something like that. But that's a good question. Like, how will you adapt that to a film? Like, is it really going to be like that gritty, that dark, that like just, I don't know, sci-fi-ish to where you make like a human centipede like creature-esque kind of thing just come down, like take over the earth, and you're literally like, what can we do to stop it? And then you have Missile Command. We shoot missiles at it,
dude. They just fucking combine the two.
Yeah, Centipede Command.
The centipede, missilepede. You just shoot missiles at the centipede.
Yeah, that's
it.
It's a collaborative work. That could work.
Good job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was thinking about the fact that they're going to be doing a Spy Hunter film.
Yes.
And I'm going to admit that my interest is, like, peaked, obviously. I don't know. I don't even know who the fuck they would get to, like, star in the motherfucker.
It's a good question for a lot of these, especially the ones that we don't really care for. Like, who is willing to demoralize their career to starring in these films?
I love it. Like, who's gonna demoralize their career to fucking play a spy hunter? And you know, it could work because I know at one point Ruben Fleischer, the guy that's directing Venom, then he did Zombieland. Or I don't say he did Zombieland. He was on Zombieland. Like, he was supposed to direct this, and you know, I could see it if they set it in the 80s and like Dwayne Johnson was supposed to fucking star in it.
Is there no film adaptation of games that he will not star in? Because he's been in Doom, he's been in Rampage. I mean, is he just going to star in like every other random film that comes out as a video game?
Yes.
So, rock solid career right there.
So, you go from that. It's like, well, who the fuck's going to star in that? And then we have Uncharted, which will be starring Tom Holland.
Now, is Tom Holland going to be like a young Nathan?
Yes, it's an origin.
Gotcha. That could work.
Oh, I think it will. And I mean, it's based on the game, but it doesn't take place during any of the time period in the games.
Basically, before he becomes the treasure hunter. He kind of learns into it, or he's adapted into it. He's not like full on like he is right now.
Yeah, it's basically when Nathan and Sully are younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
how about this one? I saw that they're doing a Call of Duty game.
Call of Booty.
Yeah,
I would rather see Call of Booty.
Call of Duty game movie adaptation. Have we not had enough war-based movies to like fuel us for the rest of existence? Especially whether it's like old time, World War or Civil War to like futuristic. We've had enough already outside of Call of Duty. So why make that into a movie?
I don't know, dude. And how would you differentiate it from, like you said, like a typical war film?
They're going to have names from the game that probably drop in there. That's probably what makes them stand out, but not enough for people who don't know about the series or who aren't fans of the series to watch this movie. Like, it's the same thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have very famous war/army or military-based films. You know, like, what was it, Born to Kill?
Mm.
Not Born to Kill. Fuck, I feel stupid. Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, well, the
Not Born to
PTSD
Kill.
stuff.
But yeah, like I said, like you had like Full Metal Jacket and stuff like that, and then even as recent as Dunkirk, the Christopher Nolan film, which was phenomenal, by the way. And it's all in how you do it, because I've seen some movies that are like that, and I'm just like, oh, come on now, it's a little some of it's a little corny, and that's not disrespecting like what it's portraying, but just the way that they're done. Some of them are kind of corny. I don't know, dude.
I just want to know the fan base. Like, did they literally drive a nail into the game developers? Like, look, y'all made a good game. Make it into a movie. Make the filmmakers make it into a movie. And it's like, no, we don't need more of that. We got enough of that already.
Yeah.
Personally.
So, yeah. I mean, not to say that people wouldn't be interested in it or go see it, but it's a no from me.
And also, in the same time, I'm going to throw this in there as well. Contra is supposedly being adapted into a film, which again we don't need that.
No, I mean, and I would watch it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would watch it.
But what stands out amongst the rest of the shoot 'em ups and action thrillers,
if you actually like followed the storyline in Contra, where it's they're trying to combat the Red Falcon organization, but it's fucking alien based altogether.
Yeah, but like I said, they've already touched bases on that kind of stuff already, like the concept.
I get that, but I think the name attached to it, and then like if you the problem with a lot of these video game films is that they don't go into the actual game and say, let's adapt this exact storyline and put it on the screen. I would love to see something played out.
And honestly, I think that's where a lot of these are going to grab the attention, and then that's where they're going to fail, is the name behind it is going to be the only thing worth looking into it, and then everything else is just going to more than likely fall to shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like I said, Contra is a classic game. It's a great game. I'm not denying that one whatsoever. It's the fact that how do you turn that into something that already has been done without attaching a name to it and it falling to shit and then ruining its legacy? That's the thing.
It's just a risk that they take more often than not with these movies.
Yeah, and I get that, but you don't want to do that to the wrong game series, because then you're going to basically, like I said, tarnish the reputation of it.
Yeah, and then you could potentially fuck up future films and the franchise itself.
But as we go through the list, like, there's a couple of them that I wouldn't mind seeing, like the Tom Clancy games being turned into movies, like The Division.
Like Rainbow Six and shit like that.
Rainbow Six. I mean, to a degree, maybe not as much Rainbow Six, but like Splinter Cell would be a good one.
Well, see, Tom Hardy's going to be in that.
Again, a good actor and the name behind it, I don't know if it's going to be enough of a push to make me want to watch the Rainbow Six movie, but The Division and Splinter Cell...
Well, no, Tom Hardy's in Splinter Cell.
See, you didn't say that. I thought you were talking about Rainbow Six for a second, but if he's but if he is actually Sam Fisher, then that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was just like, holy shit!
Yeah. Tom Hardon.
Fuck yeah!
But, yeah, like going through some of these on the list here, like, some of them make sense. Some of them, I don't know why. Like, you were talking about it earlier, Fruit Ninja.
Yep. Like, what are we supposed to do with it? Like, okay, this goes along, which would be a conversation for a different fucking day, but this goes along with fucking, them wanting to make, I want to say there was like a board game they wanted to make a film out of. A few of them. Like, Monopoly. They wanted to make Monopoly into a film.
How?
That's my whole point. How the fuck...
Just because you did Battleship doesn't mean you can do Monopoly.
How the fuck do you do a Fruit Ninja film? Now, they did an Angry Birds film, but that's got character and substance in it. You are a fucking ninja.
Versus
Fruit ninja.
Versus fruit that you use your finger to cut.
Yeah.
Where's the plot?
Right. Speaking of, Angry Birds 2 has been announced, and it is fucking happening next year.
I don't have any interest to put my 2 cents about it, so I'm just like, whatever.
I enjoyed the first one. I took Aiden to see it. We laughed. We loved it. But Angry Birds hasn't really been relevant here recently. So I'm wondering, like, okay, why would you do this? Like, I understand Rovio Entertainment wants to, like, push that franchise as far as it'll go, but I really feel like it's been pushed far enough.
I mean, they're trying to revive the series, I guess, to make it more relevant, but you already have like a ton of other, mobile games and apps and other like child-based games that are taking over, which one of them is supposed to be made into a film too, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which, again, I don't play the game. I don't like it to a degree, so I'm not going to say it shouldn't happen. It's just, compared to Angry Birds, it had its run. It did Netflix all over the place. It did movie all over the place. Now, why bring it back?
Yeah, and the thing is they're talking about the Minecraft film being live action, not animated. And here's my problem.
Doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Why not if it were me, why not make Minecraft where, yeah, sure, some live action. What if somebody got sucked into the world of Minecraft? That's where it gets interesting.
For example, a construction worker digging into the ground hits the wrong hole, plummets into the Minecraft world.
There you go.
Problem solved.
Exactly.
Do it, filmmakers.
Yes. Copyright Super Media Bros 2018. Suck it. But there's, there are other films that potentially have like good franchise potential behind it. But, the way you're going to do it, like Portal. J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot are attached to do this film. And if it's J.J. Abrams, I can see him making this work.
He has a good sci-fi touch to everything, so he can make this work.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be doing Half-Life as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have two big Valve games, the biggest Valve games right now, that are in the works of being created into a film. And like you said, JJ behind the wheel, I have a lot of faith that he's going to do it justice.
Fuck yeah, he will.
But also, I mentioned this a while back on a past episode. They are still doing Borderlands.
Yeah.
Just, 3 years later. But, I mean, we have the people behind a lot of the Marvel movies making this film.
Yeah, Avi Arad.
Yeah. So, I'm stoked because this game series has a lot of material to pull from outside of just the normal vault hunting, because you have, each character's story, you have, how they interacted with each other, the humor and the dialogue, and just so much to use. They can make this happen to the point where it'll like jumpstart the series again back to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and it'll be excuse me, it will be a Lionsgate studio film, which Lionsgate has, kind of a hit or miss track record, but I've liked some of the, most of the stuff they put out.
Right.
They are also rebooting. They haven't really come out and said if it's going to be a reboot or a sequel to the other two, but at this point, it doesn't really fucking matter. Mortal Kombat.
I'm strongly curious because
they want to do an R-rated one.
They did that web series, which was really good.
Legacy? Mm-hmm. Fuck, dude, I loved Legacy so much.
And if they will do anything justice to that series, they will have to look at Legacy and pull a lot of ideas from that to make this work, because granted, the first movie was okay. Second one
was fucking terrible.
Yeah, because Raiden was a piece of shit.
Well, the whole movie was really a piece of shit. But,
right, but Raiden was just like deballed. Like, he was castrated at this point. But if they can take any lessons from Legacy and from the two before that and learn what to do and what not to do, they will make this film like stand out amongst all the others. Like, here's tenfold.
But here's where you're going to be disappointed. The Rebirth short that came out, the same guy that did the Legacy web series, he was supposed to get the live action reboot back then, but for some fucking reason they were like, "Nah, we'll just let him do a web series instead." And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? It only had 2 seasons. It was supposed to go to a third one. Never fucking happened. And they were great.
Yeah, this red light and everything. Nope.
Firewatch.
I can see this working because it could be like a suspense thriller to the point where, you're isolated from pretty much everything but maybe a person or two here and there. And you don't even meet these people half the time. If they make it act like that, it would be such a good thriller.
Yeah. But I love that you wouldn't necessarily meet one of the characters. One of the characters could literally be like over the the walkie-talkie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know there's one part of the game where you hear somebody being chased by bears or something like that, and you're like, where do I go? And instead of you on the walkie-talkie getting down and going into the forest and trying to help them out, it's like you're telling them from above, hey, go this way if you're going that way. Oh, okay. And they never meet, like, person-wise. Like, there was one part where the main character actually built a relationship with the person that is on the walkie-talkie. So you can have a lot of emotion happening with just, dialogue. Nothing to do with face-to-face interactions. So they could make a good suspense thriller with this one.
And I'd pay fucking top dollar to see it, honestly, if done right.
Right, the right people, yeah.
Yeah. A franchise that I know you fucking love so much, they are going to... And this was talked about even before the last one had just come out. They are going to reboot the Resident Evil franchise.
My God. What? I'm equally excited, yet equally terrified. Because again, this goes back to the Mortal Kombat scenario. You look at the past and learn from both mistakes and, the right choices. Figure out what you do from that point on. Where are they going to start? Because honestly, I think from the 6th film, you've only had pretty much from 1 to 4, I believe, at that point. Now you have 5, 6, and then 7. So are they going to go with the 7 route? Where, like, the Dulvey, Louisiana kind of scenario where, like, it's more like backwaters kind of hidden from the world? Or is it going to be like another trash septuplet or whatever the fuck it is of just chaos and Albert Wesker everywhere and zombies everywhere? What are they going to do? I hope they make it more horror aspect instead of action aspect.
They really do need to. And with James Wan producing it, I think it will. Because, fuck yeah. I think that dude knows what he's doing. If his track record speaks for, itself, which I'm sure it does. So, there's...
there's potential. See, here's one I'm curious about. Shinobi.
I was just about to say.
Like,
wasn't that like a Sega?
Sega.
Yeah.
You don't get really good, like, samurai or ninja-based films anymore. Not like real authentic ones. And I think they can do really good with this one. If they go back, into like an origin story, basically, a feudal Japan kind of feeling, but have a good stylization to it.
Yeah.
To make it stand out more than just being like, in feudal Japan, this happened, kind of thing. Like, make it look, the graphical content, like I'm looking at the picture right here, where it's very just like the old style art with, the ink brush being slapped everywhere and just like making this dramatic looking scene.
Bob Ross.
Paint a happy ninja.
We're gonna
right here.
I just want you to take those negative thoughts
and turn them into blood.
Turn them into blood. Happy ninja.
Happy ninja.
Trees. Ninjas in trees.
Oh my.
The tree ninja. Not fruit ninja, but tree ninja. The tree ninjas kick back.
Yeah.
Tree ninjas, high noon at Mega Mountain.
Hike up Mega Mountain.
Hike up Mega Mountain to get the Hulk Hogan's fake ass buzz cut.
Brother.
Brother, may I have a munch of cold? Brother.
Must get lamp.
God damn it.
Let's see. What else do we have?
I've got one that I want to talk about, and it's more or less the what the fuck aspect. Because I would love to do that and then get into a couple of things that are happening and then talk about some shit that we're actually really fucking stoked about. Fucking Tetris. How the fuck are you going to make a Tetris movie?
Same thing about Centipede. It's the same concept. You have blocks.
This is what I want to fucking know, okay? The United States and China are collaborating and throwing $80 million fucking dollars at this thing. And they are talking about it being like a big fucking franchise. How? I want to know, how is this supposed to fucking happen?
Here's my theory. It's all gonna be like a Russian, like,
sleep experiment.
Scandalous. It's gonna be like a kind of like a Russian government kind of thing because it's a Russian game, and it's gonna tie into Tetris because it's like a coding thing. Like they have to literally break in or hack into something, but the only way they can do it is with Tetris blocks. Make it something stupid like that. I can see them doing that kind of shit.
Dude, and that's the fucked up part is that you sit there, you say that, and in my mind, and I'm sure everybody else out there listening too is doing the same fucking thing I was doing. I was putting my face into my hand and going, oh my fucking God, this is probably what they're going to do. Oh, fuck.
Because the first 10 minutes, you're going to see like the mosques in the background, and then you're just going to see Tetris. And then it's just like some Russian behind a computer like, oh, he's just some badass, hacker dude.
Hacker. Do a heck and hack.
Heck and hack.
Do a fucking heck and hack.
And then the Russian government's like, oh, other countries are hacking into our systems. What do we do? And then they're like, we get the best. And how does he do it? By putting blocks down. By blocking the others.
I hope the movie's path to the fucking theater gets blocked so hard. We don't need a Tetris
The block
movie.
office.
The block's office.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's see.
Gears of War.
That could be good. I can see that because that's a good post-apocalyptic with aliens and, I mean, again, kind of throwing out what I was saying earlier too. Like
the Delta Squad.
Yeah, like how would they make it different than what's already been done? But then again, you have fucking machine guns with chainsaws on the tips, so that could make it stand out. But yeah, I'm interested in that one to see how they take that one. Pretty good concept. Let's see. We already talked about you. We talked about you.
I've got some shit written right here.
How about Monster Hunter?
I was gonna say that right there.
I mean, that could be really cool. Just big ass armored people running around killing these monstrosities that are like 10 times bigger than they are.
I can see that.
It's like a kaiju film almost.
Well, the funny thing is that Paul W.S. Anderson, the guy behind the Resident Evil films, pitched the fucking adaptation for this.
I mean, I can see it because it's, Resident Evil monsters with now Monster Hunter monsters.
Which is also a Capcom franchise. I see a pattern here.
Ching, ching, ching. Yeah. Speaking of Capcom, how about that Mega Man?
I was going to say, this would probably be a good opportunity to get into the shit that we're really fucking stoked about. Definitely, as long as you and I have been friends and as long as we have been fucking podcasting together, this is a topic that always fucking comes up.
Yep.
Just give it to us. And the cool thing is, I say this is a cool thing. It's going to be a 20th Century Fox film. So now that it's Disney owned, we might actually get the good budget behind the motherfucker, and it will probably, like, if they do it animated, which would be kind of cool, like Wreck-It Ralph style, I would see that. But God, dude, I would fucking love to have like an actual live action Mega Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like with the special effects being how they are nowadays, you could totally fucking do it.
If they did it live action, it would work better with the Mega Man X side.
True.
Honestly, because that's more of the edgier side of it. You can do like bass and zero and all that introduced into it. It'd be really cool. Like just like a, classic 80s rock out, shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's that.
Done sci-fi.
Speaking of like franchises like this, one of them that has been announced that I'm excited as fuck about is Detective Pikachu.
Who is not being voiced by Danny DeVito, so calm your tits.
Clam your fucking tits out there.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, fear not. It's fucking Ryan Reynolds. And I fucking love Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, he has the humor to make this work. I have full faith in him.
Rob Letterman is doing this, and he's the guy that adapted the Goosebumps for the fucking film that Jack Black was in. And that was a great fucking movie.
I still have not seen that film. Which they're actually doing a second one.
I don't know if I want to see the second one because like none of the original cast are in it. I mean, they're selling it like based upon the characters of the books at this point, but fuck, like the characters that I liked in the first movie were the reason I loved the movie.
Yep.
But yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Detective Pikachu. And that actually will be out May 2019, May 10th.
So it's almost around the corner.
Yeah, and Aiden's excited as shit about this one. I was like, dude, they're doing a Detective Pikachu movie. He was like, he stops and just looks. And he goes, seriously? And I thought that was the seriously, like, oh, fuck, really? And he just goes, we have to see this movie.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, we fucking do, kiddo.
Speaking of The Last of Us.
Yes!
Now, I know, you're probably going to sit there and argue, the game's already like a movie. Why would you want to make it into... Because the elements of the story and just the emotion behind this would make it so much more intense on the live screen. Like, you literally get to see people... I mean, you kind of do still, but you know what I mean. You get to see people actually live through that kind of scenario, like, right there in front of you. And they don't have to do the actual story of, from the first game. They just have, like, a adaptation of, like, Ellie whenever she's broken away from everything. And then she has, like, flashbacks of her and Joel.
Just about to say, you could do the second game and have flashbacks to the first story, while that's happening.
Or do it like this, have both Joel and Ellie separated, doing their own thing, still surviving the outbreak, and both of them do, conflicts here and there, they have flashbacks here and there, and then something brings them together, which they weren't expecting, and then they lead off.
So kind of like what happened between them two, between the two games?
Mm-hmm.
See, that'd be a good way, because you could adapt the characters and have an original story, and then have, like, your bookends be the end of the first and the beginning of the second. And that would be a fucking excellent tie-in.
Right.
Good call, sir.
You're welcome.
And games. Again, all these are games. There's one in particular that I think a lot of us out there, especially those of us that grew up in the 90s, have been clamoring the fuck out of for. And I just hope that this gets off the ground. Duke Nukem. I'm telling you right now, this has to be an R-rated film. And have you played Duke Nukem, like the new one? God, but the new one that came out recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god, dude! And you don't have to adapt from the video games. Just take the actual, like, why is he there? Say the bitches, the babes, the sweet honeys.
He's gonna kick ass and chew gum, and he's all out of gum.
That's right, and he lifted that from a professional wrestler named Roddy Piper. And it's like, who the fuck's gonna play this dude? And the fucking studio, like, announced that they were in talks with motherfucking John Cena.
I'm sorry, shield your ears. I would have ruined the joke if I said that first.
No, we got you.
But yes.
We fucking got... No, but we're dead fucking serious. That wasn't just like a meme.
Hell to the Cena.
John Cena is in talks to play the title character. And for once, I've got to agree.
It works. It kind of works, if you think about it. He has that humorous side of him to make Duke, like, his personality shine. And also, he has a little bit of the action-based feel to him, to where he can make the shooter part of it work too. So I can see him putting together in a good way.
And above all else, he's got the fucking build for this character. The haircut, the muscles, everything.
Yep.
Fucking do it, and do it right, motherfuckers. Please, we implore you, do this.
But speaking of 90s too, like the beginning, we should definitely talk about Metal Gear.
Oh my god, yes, Metal Gear fucking Solid.
Again, another long series running with so much material behind it, which, again, how can they make this stand out from the rest of the war-torn era and the shoot-em-ups? Fucking Solid Snake, dude. Shut the fuck up. Okay?
Yes.
Second of all, you have such a unique cast of enemies, a unique cast of bosses that can contribute to just that atmosphere of what this series has to offer. Because, I mean, you have characters like, Revolver Ocelot, Psycho Mantis. Oh, that was crackly for a second. I don't know what that was.
We crack-a-lackin'.
Then you have, like, Liquid Snake and a whole bunch of other people that each character has something to offer to the series that could be very well maintained by some actor in particular on the silver screen. So I believe this would stand out well enough on its own to be a part of, its own, era, basically, for these kind of movies.
You said Liquid Snake, and I immediately fucking thought of Flex Tape, Flex Seal. Like the guy just pitching Liquid Snake.
That's a lot of damage. That is.
It is a lot of damage.
We need Phil Swift to be
Dude,
Liquid Snake.
Can we please have Phil Swift be fucking Liquid Snake?
Hi, Snake.
Metal Seal Solid. Flex Seal Team 6.
The Phantom Seal.
Yes.
And he's not a Navy SEAL. No, it's Flex Seal. He wears an armor of nothing but flex tape.
Dude, the clothing company Affliction. Imagine if Phil Swift comes out with a new clothing line. It's called Affliction. Bitches. It will be the tie-in for the.
I mean, he's good with a knife, so he can definitely work in here.
Yeah, it's cutting edge technology, sir.
Exactly.
Yes. A franchise that has been on my fucking radar since the games have come out. Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay. Now, I know that is a very divisive thing for people because some people either love this franchise or they fucking hate this franchise. The reason I'm interested, Chris Columbus is supposed to be writing and directing. Chris Columbus worked on the first two Harry Potter films and a lot of other shit back in the gap. Like, yeah, Home Alone, things like that. But it's at Blumhouse, dude. That's the reason why I want to see this. Blumhouse has yet to put a shit horror film out. They are the ones handling the fucking Halloween film coming out this October.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And, like, you got to think, Paranormal Activity, Insidious, Sinister, The Purge. Like, this is absolutely in good hands. If you're going to, like, do it right.
If I see a decent trailer, whenever they do release it, I'll consider it. But outside of all that, I still cannot. I'm so like oversaturated with Five Nights at Freddy's at this point that I'm just kind of like, ugh. But like I said, if you give me a good trailer and it gives me a promising feel for it, I will definitely check it out.
Okay, well, I will when it comes out, Cody, I will throw you a trailer for this. And not
a literal trailer. I don't want to get smashed.
No, not a literal trailer, but I will throw a film trailer at this, like at you for this film. And not only will I throw you a Five Nights at Freddy's trailer, I will throw you a Five Nights at Fuckboys trailer.
Please no Fuckboys.
Have you seen that fucking game?
No.
Oh my god.
Don't.
No, it's a spin-off of it. It's like a fan-made spin. Jesus fuck, it's hilarious. Markiplier.
Markiplier, I know.
God, it's so funny.
Anyway. Speaking of popular game series, how about Sonic?
I was just about to say, two actual film adaptations like that I would consider the main event of like what we're excited about. First off, fuck yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. It is filming now. Like this is not like, oh, we're announcing it. It's gonna come out
November of next year.
Yep, and guess who's working as an executive producer on this motherfucker? Tim Miller. Deadpool.
So you kind of have a feel for the humor aspect, which Sonic is very good for.
Yes, sir.
If done right, at least. Because, the 90s was pretty much when he shined, and then everything in between then and now,
And it's going to be a live-action CG hybrid.
I don't know.
Jim Carrey is playing Dr. Robotnik.
Well, he can do that.
Yes, he fucking can. I think he'd be great. Dude, he's a good character actor.
He's a good everything.
Yeah.
So, who they have as Sonic, though?
Oh, fuck. I can't remember, dude. Like,
is it James Marsden?
No, James Marsden is playing a cop in the film. And, like, he's supposed to be, like, teaming up with him to help him do whatever. Like, they haven't, like, released a lot of plot detail about this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just seeing, like, people who are going to be producing it and stuff like that. But I just saw his name pop up here, and I was like, oh, I don't know who that is.
Well, James Marsden?
Yeah, I don't recognize his name.
Cyclops from X-Men.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
No, Ben Schwartz is the guy voicing Sonic.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
May the Schwartz be with you, sir.
And also with you.
No, he played fucking Jean Ralphio in Parks and Rec.
I didn't watch enough of that series.
Oh, dude.
Not to get like a foothold on it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But he also voices Dewey in the new DuckTales series.
See, I heard so much negativity about that series. Like, the only redeeming aspect is David Tennant as Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, he's a voice actor, so I mean, he's been in some shit. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, my problem with that series is they make the triplets sound too old. Like they're either like teenager or going on the cusp of like 18 or over, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, I can see that, I guess.
So I think that's what turned me off when I first heard it. It's like, yeah, Donald and Scrooge, I can deal with them, but no, everybody else kind of sounds off.
Yeah. I left a couple of movies behind earlier that I was like that I forgot to say. And I guess it does tie in with the next film that I want to talk about. So like we'll get into the main event other one, here in a second, but Raving Rabbids.
Wah!
I fucking love the Rabbids, and they had a series on Nickelodeon, like an animated series, but they started in Rayman.
Mm-hmm.
The game, and they're aliens, but they look like rabbits.
And that's weird how Rayman is not as popular as the Rabbids.
The same could be, and here's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna fucking say this for the record. They are better than the Minions.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like fuck the Minions, dude. Like the Rabbids are funnier, more crude. And what I was gonna get at it's like how the Minions are more popular than the rest of the Despicable Me characters.
Right.
The Rabbids just took on a mind of their own because they don't speak anything. Like they just make noises. They fucking
scream,
and they are hilarious as fuck. Physical comedy galore. They've had video games based on these characters, like spin-offs that are more popular than the Rayman, like some of the Rayman video games. They have had a Nickelodeon animated series. It's only proper that they get a movie. And here's the cool part about it. Some of the writers from Robot Chicken are attached for this one.
That's just going to make it even better.
And I'm trying to remember what they said they wanted to do as far as the style. I want to say they talked about doing like live action and stop motion animation.
I thought you were going to act like, oh, I didn't mean to say like, yeah, live action.
No, live action.
Live action.
But
live
really,
action.
Live action. No, for real. Live action and stop motion animation hybrid. And the script is being written right fucking now. And the reason I say that ties in with the main event is because the most recent release of the Rabbids was actually a Mario video game called Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Which leads us to Super Mario Bros. The movie. Not the 1993 one.
I was going to say, Hopkins is not included.
No. And speaking, again, with the Minions, Illumination, the same company that produced like Despicable Me and stuff, they are the ones that are handling this animated film.
So you know it's in good hands.
Well, if Shigeru Miyamoto being a producer on this, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he fathered Mario.
Fuck yeah.
So this cannot fail. Like, if you're actually doing it justice by, one, staying live action, I mean, not live action, CGI, and two, staying away from live action, that's what I meant to say, then you have everything going right for this film.
Oh, absolutely. This is what they should have done from the jump. But obviously the technology
from
back
the jump
in.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. From the jump man. I'm fucking excited. I want to know, okay, if they're going to do this, are we going to have voice actors? Are we going to have, like, kind of how Mario is in the games where there's not really so much of it, like more or less, more action, less talking? Are we going to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, everybody but Mario does a lot of talking. So Mario kind of chimes in just randomly. So depending on who they interact with in the movie, depends on how much actual voice acting they're going to have. Because, like I said, Peach, she talks here and there. Luigi, he kind of talks a little bit more. Toad just, he screams. But then you have other characters like Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, all these characters.
Donkey Kong.
that, could play in it. So some of them could talk more, some don't talk at all. They make noises. So it could be just like an Angry Birds kind of thing, where it's just more like them emoting rather than verbalizing.
And dude, like, who would you, if you could, who would you get to play these people? Like, who would you get to play Mario and Luigi?
Boy,
Like,
it'd be funny if they do like the old actors.
well, I mean, I wish. Bob Hoskins is dead now.
I know. I'm saying. Like, it'd be funny if like you just hear like Bob Hoskins' voice just pop in and John Leguizamo's voice pop in as Luigi.
I know, right? Like, I would love. I mean, and here's the fucked up part about that movie. They looked the part. Well, I say they looked. Bob Hoskins looked the part. He sounded really good, and he would have been a really good voice for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just fuck, dude.
Don't just toast.
God. But really, like, and that's a loaded question I didn't even think about. Like, who the fuck would play these characters?
I mean, I think the original actors of the game characters should voice the ones in the movie.
Of course.
Honestly, because if Shigeru's behind it, he's obviously going to pull his actors from his side to voice them, and then have everybody else do the production.
If they were smart, that's what they would do.
They would have to. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of people that can pull off a Mario or a Luigi like spot on.
No,
besides
fuck
the
no.
original people.
Yeah.
So,
And even Captain Lou Albano from the 80s cartoon. Like, that was fun to watch. But again, we are so used to like the high-pitched, Mario thing.
let's go.
Exactly. Like all that shit.
Don't forget the spaghetti.
Oh no, somebody touched my spaghetti.
Oh no. Not again, Mario.
Fucking Luigi. Oh no, you done fucked up.
Peach done fucked up.
You done fucked up.
And the Bowser's just like raw, raw, raw.
That's literally all he does.
Not unless he's Bowser, then he's actually gonna sound like
Bowser always sounds like he's trying to take a fucking 10-pound shit, dude. Every time he fucking talks.
That's why he's always angry, because he has a freaking stopped up colon.
That's right. That's why they're plumbers.
Poopa Troopers.
Oh god.
Parapoopas.
King Poopa.
The Pumbas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my Toadstool. Princess Toadstool.
Yuck.
Shit jokes, y'all. Shit jokes, y'all.
We're just talking shit now.
That's right. But I'm excited about that shit. That's as far as like the coming up stuff that I want to fucking see. There's a couple of things happening on Netflix right now. One of which is a current series, and the other one was just announced recently. They're trying to do an Assassin's Creed series on Netflix. Animated.
Ooh, even better.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all for it because.
But is it CG or is it like anime?
No, I think they're talking about doing it just like Castlevania.
Yes.
Speaking of.
Second season, well, partial, season, however long you want to call it, of Castlevania comes out October.
Yeah.
Around Halloween, the perfect time to release Dracula.
Fuck yeah.
And
it's great though.
Yeah, like the first, what was it, 3 or 4 episodes? Like,
the first season was like just I think 4, huh?
Yeah, it was like 4 episodes, but they introduced, the Belmont, Simon Belmont, I couldn't think of his name for a second. He actually found Alucard in the tomb, which is, Dracula's offspring or his son, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
So now we're continuing on the story of them finding Dracula to prevent him from, doing what he did, however long ago he did it. I forget. But it's shaping up to be a very, really good running series because I'm excited as fuck for this new one coming out, just to be honest.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Very anime style, just gory and graphic, really good voice acting. And like I said, it's the perfect season to release, this kind of shit, Halloween.
Fucking A.
Get on top of that.
We hope y'all are excited about those movies because we fucking are.
If you can't tell.
Now, this is the part of our show where I think we've been kind of waiting for. Some of these have, they're great ideas. We've had ideas for the last 2.5 decades that have come to fruition, and some of them are just fucking plain old shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's one of those, I don't know where to begin. But I've got, like, a little bitty list right here of just randomness. And I would love to start with the Tekken film. I don't know if you saw that one.
They were taking it too far.
They did.
Like, I pulled up the list here, too, and I'm just kind of looking at a couple of them. But, yeah, Tekken...
Tekken was just not good, okay? I'm not going to lie. It was foreign produced. Now, I will admit that. I was happy to see it not fucking whitewashed all over the place. But it was so fucking bad. Like, it was so bad.
And then we have Blood Rain.
And I didn't really mind that one so much. I mean...
First of all, the game wasn't that great. So why adapt it to a film?
Because people fucking played the shit out of it, sadly. Like, a lot of these games, that's what happens. Like, oh, it sold pretty good. Oh, it played pretty well. Let's fucking make something.
All you have is a vampire killing Nazis.
I did not see that coming.
And she's like a hot redheaded vampire. I mean, I can see why they do that.
It sucked.
But yeah, I don't think so.
Fucking Yui Bowl Alone in the Dark.
Yeah, I just saw that one.
Jesus fucking Christ. And we've already shat on Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That was fucking bad.
Pretty much, yeah. And then all the Resident Evils. Even they did a CGI one, which I don't really.
Guys, Silent Hill and Silent Hill Revelations. Or Revelation, whatever the fuck.
Silent Hill wasn't terrible. They just kind of dropped the ball on a lot of the horror aspect.
Pyramid Head looked fucking awesome.
Pyramid Head, like, ripped the fucking skin off this bitch and just threw it at the fucking church door. I was like, yeah, that's Pyramid Head.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you people.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the film could have done a lot better. And then they made a second one. And I'm just like, why?
The second one was decent.
But still, like, no. They don't do horror. They're not doing horror. They're just doing a movie. So it doesn't work well.
Tomb Raider. And when I say Tomb Raider, I don't mean the most recent one that came out. I'm talking about the fucking Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider.
Nah, no.
Exactly. Don't do it. Just don't fucking do it.
Now, they did Tron justice, at least.
Tron?
Yeah.
It was really like just a movie that was.
I mean, the older one, but the new one was not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really like a game to film adaptation, but it dealt with it. It dealt with gaming, and dare I say, some of the films that deal with gaming and not the other way around, they're good. That Tron's a prime fucking example.
Except for Pixels.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. Up its stupid 8-bit ass. It needs to 8-bite my ass is what it needs to fucking do.
And then I'm looking on here and I see postals on here and I'm like,
why?
Who wants to see a mailman go fucking ballistic?
Who wants to see a dead body behind the fucking Old Navy?
It's a Canadian standby.
The disgruntled postal worker.
Yeah. How about no?
How about no, Scott? Okay. And look, we know they had Hitman films. Neither of them were any good.
No.
They were just fucking terrible. And while we're on the subject, Max Payne.
It wasn't that bad.
No, what I'm saying is this is a prime example of they got some of it right.
Yeah. Like, Mark Wahlberg, he did okay with the role. I think they could have picked someone a little bit better to portray Max, just a tad bit better. But the visual part was really cool. Like, the bullet time was awesome. His hallucinations were great. That was done right. And then a lot of the stylized shots, like they had one scene where he was walking in an alleyway and had the light from the street lamp shining down on him, and it was just literally from the top up. And it was really done well. Like, a lot of that was done right. I just didn't really care for him portraying Max. So that's just my thing about it.
Ratchet and Clank.
I heard that wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even waste your time.
And then they made Warcraft.
Well, the reason why I say don't waste your time with Ratchet and Clank, it was bad, but Bella fucking Thorne was in this movie. Bitch, I'm Bella Thorne. Bitch, go away. Go the fuck away. Double Dragon.
No.
And it's funny too because like Double Dragon falls into that so bad. You know what?
That cult classic like we watch.
I really okay. You know what? I think we should throw that motherfucker into the contender I think we should toss that into
Double
our
Dragon versus Tekken.
I was gonna say I was actually gonna say like Double Dragon versus Street Fighter.
Okay.
Because
like the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, because Mortal Kombat would slaughter it a million fucking times over. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Mortal Kombat was actually one of the better adaptations. It had some substance to it. Yeah, it was fucking, shit at certain points. But, like, I'm talking about the original, like, one from 95.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. You can't deny its popularity. Mm-mm. So, that's what I'm saying it right now. We have to do Double Dragon versus Street Fighter.
I can do it.
Fuck yeah. So... And again, Street Fighter, the movie. The best part of that fucking film was Raul Julia as Bison.
Mm-hmm.
Enough said. Until that episode happens, and then like the shitty sequel, or the reboot, or the fucking standalone Legend of Chun-Li film.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Yep.
It was horrid. Horrid.
Speaking of terrible, the Final Fantasy one, The Spirits Within.
God, thank you.
Oh, somebody don't like us talking about that.
Fuck you.
No, like, seriously, that film had...
No, not you. I'm talking about whoever the fuck... Like,
no, I know. No, but I'm serious. Like, that film had nothing to do with Final Fantasy at all. But they redeemed themselves. And I say this because this is one of those few films that did it right. Final Fantasy Advent Children was phenomenal. Because, now granted, some of the voice acting part could have done a lot better, but seeing Cloud just wreck shop on Sephiroth was, like, perfect. Like, I could definitely watch that over and over again. What else do we have here?
Doom?
No.
No, I'm just going to say Doom, the only redeeming quality about that movie was the fucking point of view.
Yeah,
section.
that 5 minutes of just them first person, everything. Yeah.
Carl Urban fucking shit up with the fucking submachine gun.
That was a good homage to the game. I love that part.
Now, there's a movie that did happen based on a video game that I have to tell you, I actually enjoyed it because of the actors. Need for Speed.
See, I looked at it, I was like, it's just another Fast and Furious kind of thing.
Not really.
Well, that's my first impression.
And it really wasn't. And that's the part about it that blew my mind. I went to go see it. I saw it in fucking XD. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad is in it. It's a fucking great movie. I definitely suggest watching it if you want like a good popcorn film. Michael Keaton's in it. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not like the greatest fucking movie, but it surprised me, if that makes any sense. You know what
considering a lot of the others like it, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I fucking fairly, enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these movies, dude, were the absolute shit. Like, did you know that they made a fucking movie based on DOA, the Dead or Alive franchise?
Yeah, I saw it right here.
Just bleh.
And they're supposed to be doing a Dead or Alive game next year.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. But yeah. That was one of the few fighting games I actually did play was Dead or Alive. I was Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, and what was the other one I played? It was I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I enjoyed that series, but yeah, I don't know why they turned it into a film. I mean, they've already bombed on a couple of other ones before it, so why do it again?
This is true. This is very true. And none of this fucking shit would be possible without the motherfucker that started it all.
Fucking Mario.
Guys, Super Mario Bros. The movie, 1993.
Fucking Dennis Hopper and his, like, King Koopa haircut.
It looked like somebody laid a ruffle on top of his head and was like, this is, you want to look like a chip? This is the hairdo.
They put a ruffle on Max Headroom and stuck Dennis Hopper in his place.
Funny enough, dude, the directors of that fucking film were some of the original on Max Headroom.
Yep.
And
It's easy to see why.
Fuck yeah, dude. And look, John Leguizamo as Luigi, a Latino Luigi. Which again, I don't have a fucking problem with. It's just funny, like looking back on it. Bob Hoskins as Mario, like he looked, like I said earlier, he looked the part, and it was like, I can see it. The mustache,
he's a very grumpy Mario.
Fuck yeah. You know, one of my and it's so fucked up because the movie is so fucking bad. Actually, that should probably do that. That movie should go somewhere on a showdown list somehow, some way, eventually. But fucking dude. One of my favorite parts in that movie, and this is just because as a child I loved this film. I think we can all say as kids we were like, yeah, because it was
Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're fucking driving, and Mario and Luigi are kind of like going back and forth about, you know, money and all this other shit, and then like talking about what was that? It's that TV show that Luigi watches on the couch all the time about like the, you know, the strange or outer world or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and because it cuts from the couch to them driving. And he's like, that's impossible. Nothing's impossible, Mario. You just gotta believe. Oh, I do believe. I believe that the rent's 3 months overdue. That's what I believe. And I'm like, holy fuck. This is like married couple.
Relatable Mario.
Yeah, dude. I feel personally attacked by the relatability of this content.
We both do. Because Mario, Luigi.
Yeah. Hence, Super Media Bros.
Done.
If you guys haven't figured that shit out by now. 39 episodes in.
Also, while we're on that topic of the movie, what the fuck, Yoshi?
A little baby Tyrannosaurus just like shoehorned into this movie. Like, this movie came out right when Super Mario World got put out, so they had to like rush job and throw him in there. And also, the fucking end of the movie when they blast Koopa with the Super Scope, like the Super Nintendo Super Scope, did you know that those hadn't even been fucking released yet? When that movie came out, they didn't even put those out.
They were just teasing.
That's what I think. It was a big fucking marketing grab. Because you look at them, you're like, wow. Wow.
And then also, Daisy, not Peach, was the princess in this, which it makes sense because Luigi fell in love with her, not Mario.
Yep.
But, again, where is Peach? Was she not the original princess?
This is true.
Was Daisy, like, usurped at some point? And Peach took over.
Mm-hmm. Is Daisy, like, the OG? That's what I want to fucking find out.
Because you barely hear about her besides, like, Mario Kart and golf and tennis and everything else.
You know what's funny? The chick that played Daisy in this movie, I didn't see her in anything else for the longest time, but then I watched American Psycho, and she was one of the fucking coked out chicks that Christian Bale's character was banging on the side. It was so funny, because it's like, man, she looks familiar. And then like she slumped down in the chair, and I was like, I caught her face from a different angle. I was like, oh, that's Daisy.
Looks like she's pushing daisies.
Batman's about to fucking pound the shit out of that. Batman's gonna push that Daisy.
Yep. Into the ground.
Where are the other drugs going? Down your throat hole.
Where are the other shrooms going?
Oh my god.
You should have like a Batman Mario crossover.
I was just thinking the same fucking thing.
Mario meets Batman in the tunnels.
Batman falls into Mushroom Kingdom, but like all his fucking all his gadgets get like just somehow they disappear. And he's like, I gotta find some fucking gadgets. And Mario just looks up, we got the turtle shell. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
It's like, how about the fire flower? I don't kill people. I didn't say you had to kill anybody. Just kill the turtles.
You're fired.
And then he sees Batman fly away. He's like, oh, hold on 1 second. Puts on the feather and just flies away with him. It's like, how the fuck are you doing that?
I already have to deal with one caped asshole.
Mamma mia. This bitch is aggravated.
Batman and Waluigi.
Wah.
Wah.
And then Batman's like, is that the Joker?
Oh my fuck. Like a Joker Bowser?
Yeah. Trying to say how I got these scars. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run.
Fuck. Yeah, Mario Brothers, the movie. Goddamn. Y'all, look.
Shithole.
It's something to behold. Like, it's so bad, but you can't fucking deny the impact it's had on pop culture.
In good and bad ways.
It is literally the blueprint of what not to fucking do. And I guess we still haven't learned 2.5 decades later, because people are still putting out shitty video game adaptation. Like,
it's all about the cash grab.
I'm telling you right now, some of the ones we mentioned earlier, they better get it right.
They better get Borderlands right, because if not, I'm going to be writing Gearbox a hefty letter. Like, dude, why'd y'all let them fuck this up?
Hefty.
But, yeah, the right people are involved. They're probably not going to, but still. Just saying.
Before we get the fuck out of here, what are some that you'd like to see adapted that we hadn't even talked about or we didn't come across?
Metroid.
Thank you.
Like, I've already pitched this idea. Have Sigourney Weaver be an older Samus, recalling the tales of when she went to Zeb's or when she went to, the space stations and combated all this, and then have a younger version of her play, Samus or whatever. But it's literally her retelling the past. I mean, that would be perfect to do. If they did it right, I would like to see a Zelda one. I mean, you have plenty of source material at this point. You have 30 years of it to play with. Like I said, you just have to do it justice. You have to do it right. So I'm hoping with Mario taking off on this one, that if this one succeeds, they'll actually push for a Zelda one, because that's literally the next in line in popularity. But other than that, they could probably do a good Horizon Zero Dawn game adaptation. Because, I mean, that right there is based like a Last of Us kind of scenario. It's just beautifully done, movie-esque, very good voice acting, good story, and it's just it's super amazing. Like, you can really turn this into a good film if done right too. So
I agree. I have a couple on my list for goddamn sure. First off, Kirby. Like, I'd love to see like a good Kirby adaptation. Then make it obviously CG.
I mean, after Mario and all of them, see how they do.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I fully fucking agree 100% with The Legend of Zelda, because, I mean, I think it fucking more than deserves it. There's so much material. Now, I know a lot of people out there could probably, like, go both ways with this, but I personally would like to fucking see a Punch-Out film. Now, everybody's like, but that's Rocky. That's Creed. Not if you take the actual character from the fucking game. And somehow get not just Punch-Out, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Make it to where the motherfucker has to go toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson. And put that motherfucker in the movie. They have fucking the CG to make that son of a bitch look like he did 20 years ago.
Agreed.
And that would be cool, because, and think about it, you wouldn't even have to make it where it's like, oh, it's so gritty. You wouldn't have to make it gritty. Make it like live action, but make it comical.
Yeah,
dude. Have the big, larger than life boxing characters in this fucking ring.
Because, I mean, that's how the game was. You literally had this tiny person going up against these real massive people. Make it like a kind of like an action comedy.
I would love that, dude. And it would be such a good comedy. Like, it would be an excellent And you know what would be fucking hilarious, dude? If they got Reginald Johnson to fucking play the coach, the guy that played in Family Matters, Carl Winslow. That would be fucking hilarious. Like, get him to fucking be in that son of a bitch.
I don't know why I thought of this, but I can see JDF pay Little Mac. Because he almost has that kind of look on him, right? Like an older version of him.
Jason David Frank?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that'd be pretty funny, actually.
Like, he already has the look of him already. He would actually be pretty cool to see as Little Mac.
Tom Holland. He's fucking the frame and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm basing it purely on, like, youngster, itty-bitty dude. Because Little Mac is Little Mac.
Yeah. Tiny.
He's tiny. But, I mean, like, you could have the characters like Glass Joe, fucking Piston Honda, fucking King Hippo, Bald Bull, Don Flamenco. Like, you could have these larger-than-life, over-the-top characters. You know?
Yep.
Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh, yeah.
You want a good Western? This is how you make a good Western. Just fucking do it.
Which again goes with the stereotype. We've already done it so many times. So how can you make this stand out? Well, I mean, Rockstar, they did a really good job with this. So I mean,
Until Dawn. Not so much from the fucking choose your own adventure aspect, but the murder mystery aspect. Like, you can make it a mystery.
And then it's the whole Wendigo aspect too. Like,
Make it supernatural.
Everybody who gets affected by getting attacked by it turns into a Wendigo. So it's literally like you're facing against your friends.
Yep.
So that's more of like the emotional aspect now.
And for my very last one, Shadow of the Colossus.
Why the fuck not?
We need a modern day Clash of the Titans. Not a reboot
but
of Clash
better
of the
than
Titans.
Clash.
But better than Clash of the Titans. But make it just exactly out of the game. And that's what I loved about the game, was the simplicity of it. Have one guy. Like, you could do this with one fucking guy.
Yep.
Maybe two. You have the fucking Colossus everywhere. You have this one guy fucking tearing them down.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Make it epic.
Go for it.
Guys. It's actually not 3 o'clock in the morning for once when we're recording this.
I'm not tired.
I'm not tired either. In fact, after we get finished with this, we are going to be hard at work on still pumping out the motherfucking YouTube videos that we are going to be putting on our YouTube channel very soon.
Right.
That has not launched yet, but it will be launching soon. And along with that, when you subscribe and send us proof that you subscribed, you will get a Super Media Bros podcast button.
Oh my god.
Stick it to yourself. Like,
yes.
pin it.
No. Yes.
Yes. You motherfuckers. So, and until that portion of social media happens, we're going to hit you with the ones that you can follow us on right now. Have you prepared yourself? Have you prepared your ears?
I'm holding my breath.
Okay. Facebook. God. Facebook.com/SuperMediaBros.
Ooh.
Twitter.com/SuperMedia_Bros.
Oh.
Instagram.com/SuperMediaBros podcast.
Ouchie time.
Come look at our stupid pictures.
I told you. Ouchies.
Ouchies.
Ooh.
You know what I'm excited about? Guess what next week starts?
It's free real estate.
That's it.
Yep.
We are inviting you into our podcast home because it's free real estate.
Exactly.
Guys, it's October. It's going to be October.
Yes.
That is the start of our fucking Halloween month.
Oh.
God dang.
We've waited too long. 9 whole fucking months.
9 whole motherfucking months to get to the 10th month.
Well, I mean, technically 12 months. 11 months. Because it's a year from...
12 months.
But beginning of the year, yes. We've waited too long.
And we are kicking that off with Cult Cinema Showdown 7. Guys, motherfuckers, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes going up against Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Because why the fuck not?
Killer Clowns and Killer Tomatoes.
Two things that... One is terrifying. The other one... not really.
I don't think either of them are really terrifying. It's just...
Personally, not to me. But to some people, clowns are scary. But tomatoes... What?
We can't wait to fucking bring that shit to you.
Can't wait to clown them.
And clown, motherfucker.
And then go Fruit Ninja on those tomatoes.
No shit, exactly.
Because they're really fruit.
They are really fruit. Fuck you guys that disagree. And rolling on into October after that, because that's going to be episode 40. We've actually cracked 40.
And we don't care.
That's right. After that, we're going to roll on into an episode that deals with horror in pop culture in general. Like movies, music, video games,
TV,
like all the fucking things. Books, manga, like everything. Comics.
Horror cum.
Comics. Yeah. Comic books.
That's why they're so sticky.
Penthouse. is not a comic book. It is a comic
book. Same as Playboy.
And Hustler.
Oh. Hustle and flow.
Hustling. Oof.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then from there, we roll into another Cult Cinema Showdown with, again, we've announced this last week, but we're going to fucking roll it on into the fucking announcements here. If you grew up in the 90s, you know these movies. They are family films. Esque. Hocus Pocus versus Ernest Scared Stupid. Factoid about Ernest Scared Stupid. It actually scared the piss out of the kids that saw this. It was actually the scariest film in the franchise. I mean, obviously Halloween based, but still. The trolls were like so lifelike in that movie.
Yeah.
And then after that, we will have an episode dedicated entirely to the Halloween franchise. All of it!
And more.
Yeah. So fucking look out for those episodes.
For the coming weeks.
Literally. Coming hard. And
The coming of All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Skeet.
Eve's All Hollowness.
Can we get the fuck out of here?
Might as well.
Okay.
Damn it.
Damn it, Janet.
I love you.
Oh my god. That was lights. Console action. Until next week, I have been Midnight Agent Raw.
I've been Okami.
Shades on.
We're off.